Hello and welcome to Module 4, Week 4, PA 460, Fall 2024, or 23, getting ahead of myself. This is the big week, the exam week, and I will open up that module. We'll go to the overview, and you will see you're going to learn all these wonderful things here. And the overview video, which you're watching now, obviously, this video is last year's video. I will be replacing this one, just in case you're wondering how I, bend space and time there. The activities are a review, Exam 1 study guide, which is very important that you download and review that. And you can use it during the exam, and I'll go over that with you briefly as well. You have discussion 4. This is a bit different than the other weeks where you're choosing a societal issue. And this will be the basis for your group project. And you share this an experience, but I'll go over that in just a minute. And that's due on the Thursday. And then you have to reply to another classmate by Saturday, the usual. So then you have exam 1. And that's on modules 1 through 4. Including the chapters 1 through 6 of the textbook. It's 50 questions, and I'll go through that with you as well. The exam is going to be available from Thursday through Saturday night. So from Thursday, midnight, Wednesday, all the way till there. Like any other exam on Canvas, once you begin, you cannot stop and start, and you have 120 minutes to finish. So make sure to be careful there. And you should work individually and not cheat and all that good stuff. So here we go to the next page. You will see the exam study guide. You can open it within Canvas here. And it's 10 pages. Don't be scared. I've made this so you'll have a good reference for the exam. But I would go through it and make sure that you have it handy during the exam just to make your life easier. Otherwise, it's far more difficult. So as you see, I break down the chapters. We have the different definitions of the terms here. And this goes on, chapter 3. If something's important, I will include the graph from the text. So that's a hint. Chapter 4. And chapter 5. Again, if I'm listing out certain things, they're probably important. You will also have the different handouts we had for the exercises. You have the instruments of public policy. And you have evaluative criteria, which is like the performance measurement. And you could use the performance measurement form, which is very similar to this. Then you'll have, hope I'm not making you dizzy, moving through this quickly. Trying to make sure I have the market failures in here. I believe I do. Yes, so they're here as well. So make sure you have it. You can download it here and you have the file handy. I'm old school. I would print it out while I'm taking the exam on Canvas just to have it handy. But make sure you're reviewing it. I would review it a few different times so that you know where things are, and you won't be just searching for each question through the study guide, and then you may not finish in time for the exam. So let's go back. And discussion 4. So this is different. You're not watching a video. And you are going to choose a societal issue category from the following list. I just have some very general topics here. I do that because you can choose one general topic. Please write it at the top of your discussion so that when I'm looking to create groups, I can see those who've chosen a similar topic and I don't have to read through the whole item. I also like the general term and then I can look deeper into the discussion. I will be grading these to see what makes the most sense, because with each of these categories, you have lots of subcategories and crossover, etc. So the example I give, public health, could include substance abuse, mental illness, both, emergency management, many different topics. Homelessness, you have, that's public health issue. It's also um, an employment issue, an economic development issue, etc. So just try to keep it fairly general here. And then what I want you to write is some experience either you had, a friend had, obviously don't use their names, or that something you know of that you're willing to share regarding the issue. So this way it makes it more personal. Even if this didn't happen to you personally, something that you know about, you can still look online and find an example to share. That's fine. But I want you to choose something you're passionate about so I get an idea where to group you. Now, as far as the group projects, they're always tricky online. I know the groans, I can hear them through the computer here, but you have the option to choose to go solo, to have your own group. Make sure to read all this stuff that I put in here. It's useful to understanding what's expected. And if you would like to have your own, just go by yourself, be a solo group, you're just doing it, don't have to work with anyone else, that's fine. But just make sure I know. Send me an email, send me a message prior to the end of the week, because this way I will know and put you in your own group. If I don't hear from you, I will group you with someone else. For groups, I try to keep it a maximum of 3 people. I don't like to have more than that, because then it gets little uneven with this person's doing the majority and one person does nothing. 3 seems to be a good number. Here you have, please let me know. This is the wrong date, and I'm going to fix this when I get off this video. So this is from last spring. I forgot, I changed every other date. This is one I missed. This would be, let's see here. So this will go live this Sunday. So let me know before the end of Saturday, the 16th. And again, I will make that change in here after I record this video. I will also be preparing an announcement next week that will have this same information, so that you can go solo if you want, let me know. Or you can even tell me, hey, I'd like to group with this person or that person, and then I will put you with those folks. So I will send a message, an announcement next week about that. So exam 1, 50 questions, multiple choice, matching. The questions here, 50, are worth 0.3 points each. And then you have 2 short essay questions worth 2.5 points each. So that's a quarter of the point total. Please make sure to read the questions, the short essay question, carefully. You will be graded if you're answering all the elements of the question. So make sure you don't just go on and on about one thing, but you're addressing all the different elements as the question asks. If you're asked to give examples, use examples from the class. It can be anything from the textbook, any of the videos that we've watched. You can bring in your own outside examples as well. That's the key to getting a higher grade on the short essays. Because if you just answer it in a few sentences, you won't score very highly. But if you're using examples, this shows me that you're applying what you've learned. And then if you can create your own examples, some of the questions ask for that, that's even better. That tells me you really understand the material. Again, you have 2 hours. Probably won't take most of you 2 hours. Some of you it might. But be mindful of that. once you've started, you can't stop. You can't use Chat GPT on this. It'll be kind of difficult based on the essay questions to use that because it's asking very particular things to the course material. It would take longer to program the Chat GPT than to just write it yourself, to be quite honest. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me during the week, and I will try to answer quickly and as best as I can. But good luck this week on the exam. Make sure to have your study guide, and make sure to let me know, one, if you'd like to just work by yourself in the group project, go solo. Two, if you have certain fellow students in mind that you'd like to work with, or three, just don't respond and I will put you in a group with someone with a similar topic to your discussion for. Thank you very much and see you next week.